Hey everyone, Aisha here. So today I want to talk about the topic, stop trying to be a good mom. And I know that this sounds super crazy, right? Like, we want to be great moms, like we want to be amazing moms, and that is a good thing, right? I'm not saying that we shouldn't like strive to be great moms, but the reason why I say this is that we really need to take the language trying to be a good mom out of our vocabulary. And here's why. So I was having a conversation with mom recently, and I was helping her with her finances. And so as we were talking through her financial goals, her spending, one of the things that came up was how whenever she goes to the store, she likes to buy her child either clothes or toys, right? And so as we were talking, I'm like, is this really necessary? Like, does he need those things? And does he have clothes? And so he had clothes, he had toys. And what she ended up saying is that she really enjoys doing it because she just wants to show her son that she loves him. And then she went on to say that she was just trying to be a good mom. And I looked at her and I said, you don't have to try to be a good mom. You are a good mom. And I said, you are a good mom because you love your son. You fight for your son. You take care of your son. You keep him safe. You watch out for him. Like, you are literally showing up every day. You don't have to try to be a good mom. You are a good mom. And so the sooner you realize that you no longer have to try to be a good mom, that you are a good mom, then you will be able to understand that you don't have to try and buy or earn your son's love. You already have it. And I asked her, I said, you know what? Does your son love you, or does he only love you when you bring him stuff? And she said, no, her son loves her and he tells her all the time. I said, so your son isn't making his love for you contingent on what you buy him. He loves you. And so you have to change your mindset to understand that what you're trying to do is you're doing what you think that you need to do to earn your son's love when you already have it. You're doing what you think that you need to do to try to be a good mom when you already are a good mom. And when we were saying this, because I had never thought about this before, because I would say the same thing. I'm just trying to be a good mom. I'm just trying to be a good mom. And I know that I dealt a lot with single mom guilt when I first became a mom. And I fell into that trap of trying to be a good mom, right? And trying to be a good mom led to physical burnout, mental burnout, emotional burnout, and financial destruction. Because to me, trying to be a good mom meant martyrdom, right? It meant sacrificing everything about me to show up 100% for my kids. And I literally had nothing else to give. Like, I was just so exhausted to the point where I ended up collapsing one day. And how was that useful for my kids? How was that good for my kids? And at that point, I learned that me loving me and me caring for my kids was a form of me loving me, and me caring for myself was a form of showing my kids love and caring for my kids. Because if I'm down, like, how am I going to care for my kids, right? So I had to realize that I needed to love myself enough to make sure that I ate well, to make sure that I slept, to make sure that I said good and kind things for me. And in doing so, what allowed me to have the space and to a certain extent give myself that permission was I had to understand that I needed to untangle the lies that I had been telling myself that I wasn't good enough, right? That caused me to feel like I had to try to be a good mom, which meant doing more and more and more and more and more until I had nothing left for me. I had nothing left to give, right? And when I learned that I was a good mom, because I'm there for my kids, that allowed me to stop trying to win their affection. It allowed me to stop trying to spend money to show them that I love them. It allowed me to stop trying to buy all this stuff do all this stuff because I felt that I had to prove my love to my kids through how much I spent and how much I bought for them and how much stuff I got for them or how many vacations that I took with them. See, that's the thing when we say, I'm trying to be a good mom. Trying means that you're doing things in your own effort. You're burning yourself out and you don't really understand that you are a good mom. Right? And so you want to earn the affection of your children or check all these boxes, right? Half of the stuff that doesn't really matter because in some way we don't think that we're good enough. We don't think that our love is enough. We don't think that us showing up is enough. We don't think that fighting for our kids isn't enough and being there and being present isn't enough. And it's rooted in some sort of guilt. It's rooted in what society tells us we have to do. But when we rest on the fact that we are a good mom, right? Then we don't have to do and strive and do all this stuff in our own effort, right? We don't have to strive more, achieve more. It's really from an achievement-based mindset, right? That if we do this, then maybe our kids will love us. If we do this, then God will love us. If we do this, that man will love us, right? If we do this, we can get praise and adoration from school. If we do this, then we can get the honor roll or whatever, right? And I think that sometimes we come to motherhood with this achievement-based mindset, instead of being able to rest in the fact that we are good moms because we desire to be good moms. We are, and when we desire to be a good mom, that allows us to make good choices that'll be for the benefit of our children and not the destruction. When we rest in the fact that we are good moms, we realize that we don't have to earn our children's affection, right? Which means that we're not going to be making destructive financial decisions because we think that we have to buy our children's love, right? When we realize that we are good moms, then we can let go of the thought that we have to try to be a good mom, which means burning ourselves out, depleting ourselves to the max, right? Because we think that anything that we give to us is taking away from our kids, rather than realizing that we need to be able to pour into ourselves so that we can be good moms, right? We can let go of that martyrdom view. But the problem with trying to be a good mom is it's never enough. You're going to have to keep trying, keep striving, keep striving, because it'll never be enough. And half the time, like literally, these views are coming from outside of us. When really what we need to do is set our own vision, our own goals for what it means for our family, right? And rest in the fact that God chose you to be your children's mom, right? So you are already chosen. And when you show up and you do good, right? You do good. You're present with your child. You take care of them. You love them, right? You keep them safe. You encourage their dreams, right? You are being a good mom. And so one of the things that I had to tell this mom, I said, instead of trying to buy your son's affection, because you already have it, he loves you, he adores you. I said, what if you did this? I said, what if your son saw you achieving your financial goals? You have big financial goals, right? And you can't hit them because you're too busy trying to win the affection of somebody that you already have. And so you're destroying your increase and you're not able to meet your financial goals. And matter of fact, the way that you're spending your money is actually destabilizing your family and putting your family at risk, right? Which is the opposite of what you want. So what if you showed your son what it's like to manage his money well? What if you showed your son what it's like to love himself by him seeing you love yourself? What if you showed your son what it meant to take care of himself by watching you take care of yourself? What if you showed your son what it's like to rest and sleep, right? Because you're doing this. What if you showed your son what it's like to go after your goals and actually achieve them, right? What if he saw you loving yourself enough to honor your dreams, your goals, and your finances? How much more will he gain from that? See, it's a whole mindset shift. When I say stop saying you're trying to be a good mom, I'm not saying you throw everything out the window. What I'm saying is that you demonstrate to your children what it's like to operate in wholeness and healing and love and respect and honor. And by showing your children that, they see that for themselves and they can eliminate and avoid some of the toxic mess that we've had to deal with because we didn't love ourselves enough to say no to the stuff that didn't serve us. And what if, right, you truly understood that you didn't have to buy your kids affection? And instead of doing things that were destructive towards your ability to build a solid financial foundation, your kids saw you building wealth, right? What would that tell them? What would that tell them? But it takes a mindset shift to know that you are a good mom because you desire to be a good mom. And if you're saying you're trying to be a good mom, it's because you have that desire in your heart and you probably already are, right? So let's stop this whole achievement-based thing to motherhood. Like, I think so much of it is rooted in school and how we grew up and wanting to achieve honor roll and wanting to achieve all this stuff and wanting to achieve all these awards. And so we thought that we had to achieve in order to get praise and adoration and for people to love us. But we have to realize that our kids love us already. We love our kids. And so let's stop trying to earn their affection. Let's stop trying and striving to be a good mom, which only leads to burnout. Let's rest in the fact that we are good moms and move forward in power from that vantage point. All right? And so I pray that this blessed you, right? Because like when I tell you I had that conversation with that mom and I was just like, yo, like that was so powerful. Like I have to record this. Like I feel like so many people are going to be set free from it because like my mind, like I didn't even know what was coming out of my mouth. But when I said it, I was just like, oh, that was powerful. Like I needed to hear this too, right? I'm sitting up here encouraging you, but I was like blessed by it. And so, yes, I'm so happy this blessed you. Like this is super exciting. And so, just want to let you know, make sure you check out my book, Navigating the Impossible, a survival guide for single moms from pregnancy through the first year of motherhood. And even if you aren't in your first year of motherhood, like it is super encouraging. I talk a lot about building your finances, building a support system, and your mindset as a single mom. And so definitely check this book out on Amazon. Make sure you like this video, love it, subscribe, share with a friend, leave me a comment. Let me know how this has helped you. And I appreciate all the comments so far. That is super exciting. And yeah, I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye.